Alright, here's my suit that I usually wear, that I wore to the Magic Castle in Hollywood. So there we go.
Turn around, let's see your butt. You can't even keep it on. You can't wear it today. It's gonna fall off.
Welcome. Today's the first day of the fat burning, skinny and sad transformation. This is Las Vegas Magic Friends. I'm your host Eben. If you love this one, give it a thumbs up. Here we go. We're getting on the scale. Let's see what I weigh. Day number 1.
Or I can film from over here and then go move up to the scale.
Day 2. All right, this morning I'm doing my 7 minutes of HIIT training in the morning. Do about 30 seconds on, 15 seconds off for 7 minutes. Ab workout and a couple of plank exercises. Today's day 3. All right, day 3 is some fatty salmon. This is just enough fat to keep the pilot light burning. We're also doing heavy Malden sea salt. My body needs the salt. Without that, I can't burn it. So we're going to be burning. 7 minutes later, we got our medium salmon. Now all we do is use our dipping sauce. Our dipping sauce is sea salt. Today's day 5. Today's day 5, and so far I had 550 calories, 3 ounces of salmon, a lettuce salad with a little bit of dressing, and bell peppers and onions, sea salt, and I had my little packet of dark chocolate, and I think I had a one mucha, what is it called, a chugachino coffee drink with 7 ounces of coconut milk, and now we're having tea, and I'll show you how much honey I can have. This is how much honey I'm allowed to have. That's it right there. So that's going to be a big sweet drink for me. And yep, day 5, everything's good. Being able to do a little pinball allows me to practice a bit of mindlessness. Completely not thinking about espresso shots or cheesecake. Absolutely nothing. Just going to walk around like a damn zombie playing video games. Well, today I'm at the Keto Bakery, and so I'm having my no sugar added chocolate walnut cookie, and I can have a third of a piece of cookie, and this is about 88 calories. And then I got my cacao chocolate mix in my drink, 35 calories, so it's like 120 some calories. So yeah, you know, instead of being able to eat the whole cookie, it's like being cut off early, making love, and after 40 minutes, you're just told stop. You can't go anymore. Only 40 minutes today. It's like, what? So that's how I feel with this little bit of cookie. So here we go. Wow, that butter tastes good. Holy crap. Took me 7 minutes to get to the top. I'm totally gassed out. Oh my God. Holy crap. All right, here's day 10. Let's see what we weigh. Today, this is dinner. We got our 3 eggs, bell peppers and onions, and we got our Malden sea salt, special sea salt that allows you to really suck up a lot of the minerals. Right now we're doing 1 meal a day. I have 2 of these cacao blisses, which is MCT oil, so I burn lots of fat. Day 12, people. I feel my body tingling from the inside out. Almost like getting a suntan on the inside from burning fat that quickly. Today's day 16, here we go. Let's see what we weigh. 171. I had a little setback the other day. There's a change in weather and I didn't get enough sleep and I ate out. I had a petite filet with some friends with too many calories with the Brussels sprouts. They were candied Brussels sprouts and that set me back easy 0.7 pound of body fat from burning. So it's just amazing. Not getting enough sleep once can really screw you. Oh, we just got done in the kitchen and the whole house smells like salmon. And yeah, man, it's just achy to constantly be prepping food and taking it out to thaw the salmon, then put it back in. It's just a sad experience to do it. But you know, if you want to be super healthy, that's the only thing you can do. It's agonizing. You know, my bones ache. It's just, yeah, it's really rough. Today's day 17. Hey, day 23, 168 pounds. We're doing a 49-minute walk on all different types of mulch. We're walking on gravel. We're walking on stones. What does that do? It's like walking on the beach. It spikes your growth hormone because it makes your body have to react in your brain to walk straight. And so that's the most important thing as you do the fat burning. For me, for my body, I have to have elevated growth hormone to continue to burn 0.62 pound of fat a day. Today is day 24. This is what 30 push-ups look like. There's 30, day 24. Testosterone levels are coming up. I'm excited to see what it looks like on day 60. Day 25, let's step on the scale. 165. Today's April 29th, day 27. Feeling good, taking a hot and cold bath. Hot bath and cold shower and stimulates your growth hormone, feels good. And yeah, man, I'm so lucky I never really starved in my life. You know, it's good to burn from the inside out and burn fat, but I'm lucky I have fat to burn. So yeah, it feels good. We're ripping. Today's day 32 and I'm here in LA area, Woodland Hills, just walking back. And I wanted to talk a little bit about one of my observations over the years from exercising, that the gym is very, very dangerous. This is just my opinion on how I feel for myself, not for other people. I used to swim in the chlorinated water and I used to use a lot of the weights, and I'd see a lot of people put like 80-pound weights up where the 20s are, and they put the 20s where the 80s are, and someone that's not strong, they pick the weights up off the rack, they drop the 80, falls, and then it rolls and hits someone's ankle, or they drop it. And little note from myself, I've almost been killed twice in the gym. One was with a guy squatting. He didn't put the collars on, and the bar went down one side, all the weights fell off, and then it went to the other side, and it missed my head by 6 inches, and I threw off 135 pounds over my head, and it just missed me. And so that's one example. And then the other example was someone dropped, a 100-pound dumbbell or something, and it bounced. And it bounced like a foot off the ground, and it almost hit me when I was doing a bench press. It could have actually jumped up and went up on my chest, and so could have went on my Adam's apple, you could say. So, whatever you want to take for that. So yeah, totally their thing, but I just wanted to share that with you, and food for thought. If I eat anything over 50 calories, it'll put me into fat storing. And this has about 9 carbohydrates, and that right there is just enough to get me to not burn any fat for about 20 hours. Today is day 35, And we went off the bandwagon a little bit yesterday. Had a couple of things I shouldn't have. I think I had a hush puppy at a really good southern place in Georgia, and then I had and so it was something key lime pie, and so I had about 500 calories I shouldn't have. So definitely going to set back the progress, but we're going to continue to battle on. You know, it's one of those things you're not going to be back in that spot, but I tried it, so we'll do a little extra walking and get that 500 calories burned, which is about 5 hours more of walking. Nah, not 5 hours, probably for my body weight and size, probably 2.5 hours, 3 hours of extra walking. And so that's how quickly you can gain weight if you don't do the extra walking. So we're making the walking happen, and we're still burning, feeling sad I'm not able to have all the caramelized Italian food and stuff like that, but it'll be worth it. We'll show the results. All right, we'll see ya. Today's day 37. I just got a hit. I got my first hit in the whole time. I went off the deep end. I had brisket, which I shouldn't have. And now tomorrow I won't be able to eat. It's too bad. I had my 100 grams of protein. I had jalapeno sausage with all that fat and flavor. And right now I'm buzzing. I'm like, I got a hit like you wouldn't believe. And that's how you know with caramelization and flavor from the bark and the brisket, it's drugs. It's straight up drugs. It's so good. It's better than...
Continue on US
I'm not going to say that, but it's good.
miles.
Today's day 38, and we're here in Augusta, Georgia, and it's about 63 degrees out, 89% humidity, and this is identical to the first day I went to Santa Monica in 2012. It was 64 degrees out, and 11-mile-an-hour wind, and the wind went behind my neck, and I got goosebumps all up on my arm. Not right now, I don't have the goosebumps, but my nipples were rock hard, just like this. And I was so cold, and I said to myself, I don't understand who would ever live in like Santa Monica. Like, it blew my mind. And the street performers, they were walking around like it was normal. Like, it was dark like this at like 4 p.m. Today it's like 2:30 right now. And I was like, I cannot believe people live here. It is that cold. And so I just wanted to share that little funny story. This is what I'm looking like. I'm feeling okay, you know. Shouldn't be drinking the devil's brew, but I'm doing it anyways. Keeps me sane. A little bit of the devil keeps you balanced. And we'll see you on the next one.
Can't you just have tomatoes for your red sauce?
That's a darn good question. So when you're in ketosis, burning all this fat, what happens is when you have a really good tomato sauce, it's got multiple components. It's got the red sauce, which has a little bit of sugar. Then it's got garlic, and then it has extra virgin olive oil in it. Now the oil in that, the fat is really good for you. But when you mix a certain amount of oil and sugar together, because as the tomato simmers, it can actually get a little sweeter, and sometimes they even add a little bit of sugar to tomato sauce. And so for me, for my body type, maybe not you, that can be over 5 grams of sugar. And since the fiber's so low, there's no fiber to buffer the intake. So when I have that 7.7 grams of sugar in the red sauce with the extra virgin and the fresh garlic, even though it's so organic, I still get knocked out of ketosis and go back to fat storing and not fat burning. And then I lose, it's called fat storing and muscle burning instead of muscle building and fat burning. And so the longer you stay in ketosis and the more you burn fat, the more muscle you'll save, and because your body saves it when you're burning fat. And that's what it does. It tries to protect itself and keep as much musculature as possible while you're fasting to keep your body alive longer. So a quick lesson I learned here at the farmer's market today: when you use an air fryer, it could potentially be leaching chemicals off the metal coil and going into your food, which could do serious damage to your body, which is a weird little thing that's there, but definitely something to consider. Today is day 46. I weigh 159 pounds, and I'm walking in the park in Green Valley Park. Super nice park here, and lots of good spongy grass. They got some mulch and all different types. And man, I'll tell you what, I've been walking the last 22 minutes and it works your obliques like you wouldn't believe. You know, you don't have to walk on blacktop with all the coolant and all the dust particles from the brakes and all that. I say get out here in the fresh grass. The air's better. You know, the gym has a lot of people that are coughing. The gym also has lots of, you know, artificial rubber and all kinds of stuff, and it's just not organic. And to me, I don't feel as good walking on that type of material. You know, I feel better on the mulch and the grass. This is just my personal body. And so I like to work out in the park more, to do my push-ups and burpees and all that, which we'll show more of as we get closer to day 60. And so, yeah, I'm feeling, you know, decent. I mean, I have some, you know, little bit of loneliness, not being able to get Italian food and not being able to have that social interaction of going to the bar and getting my cappuccino and drinking sparkling lemon water and all that. I mean, I can still go and have lemon water, but it's not the same without having all the extra calories and the satisfaction of munching. You know, it feels good to sit there and, you know, eat tiramisu and eat all the heavy cream dishes and the, you know, the chicken franchise and all that fattening stuff. I love it. And you can eat so many calories so quickly if you don't stay on top of everything. And so by not having all those foods, I'm able to keep track a lot easier by just eating whole food. And, you know, Jack LaLanne, the fitness guy, he always used to go, if it tastes good, spit it out. And it's so true. You know, if it really is caramelized onions and garlic and red sauce, you know, red sauce has a lot of sugar, and it can really spike your insulin quick. And, you know, you can have 6 ounces of red sauce in 2 seconds, and before you know it, you just had 5-6 grams of sugar. So it's amazing how the tasty food, even though it's not bad for you, too much of it can really quickly take you out of fat burning. And so depending on how your health level is, especially myself, I can go 12 hours without fat burning. And once you do that, that really sets back your weight loss. And so it's so important to keep those levels in check, keep your growth hormone up by walking in the grass. This thick, super thick grass is really good, and it's a game changer. You know, so important to walk in this type of stuff. Yesterday I got a big caution of overtraining. I did a hot yoga course in about 110 degrees, 80% humidity, and it's 90 minutes. And so for my body type, it's overtraining. It's too hot for too long. So when that happens, it spikes my cortisol, and it spikes all my chemicals in my body for what's called water saving and fat storing. So basically, as much water as possible goes right to my stomach, and it says, okay, I got to be safe for this activity that's extreme, you know, and so my body's safeguarding itself. It's almost like going into limp mode on a car. If you take a car and beat on it and overheat it, eventually it's going to go into limp mode where it pulls the timing, you lose power, and it saves and protects the motor or the battery, depending on the type of car you have. So that's exactly what my body does as soon as I stress it out too much. And so for me, I have to do very delicate, light training. I can do the HIIT training, but I don't need to do the volume to get the stimulus and that stimulus response. And so I wanted to cite a couple people that I've studied to learn my body, to get this effectiveness out of my body. One is Jack Quiche Biomedical. He does the X3 bar. And if you look it up, just type in X3 bar and you'll see him. He gets into detail on all this information, which I'm not a master of it, but I've learned a good amount from him. The other guy I've watched since I was 10 years old was Jack LaLanne. Jack LaLanne's the most TV time of any fitness guy ever in history. By far, 34 years he was on television. He had a TV show in San Francisco for like 8 or 9 years, and then he went national and he had a TV show for like 20 some years. And that's called Jack LaLanne, L-A-L-A-N-N-E, Jack LaLanne. And that's what they named jumping jacks after. And so if you're enjoying this content, definitely give this video a thumbs up. share it with a friend. We're going to be showing my results here soon. In about 11 days, you're going to see what my body looks like after all this burning. And this is for me, you know, this is me learning my body. And the other guy I learned a lot from was Dr. Berg. That's Dr. B-E-R-G, Berg. And you can look him up on YouTube and he'll get into details on a lot of this scientific data. He's basically like Jack LaLanne, but he breaks it up into more scientific stuff, puts a lot of names on it. So, you know, the fancy smancy boutique names you don't need, but at the end of the day, it's the principles. And it's when you're relaxed and you're walking and you're not eating or drinking water, your body's in fat burning. And so your fat cells are going like this. They're shrinking. When you're eating, drinking water and all this stuff, eating all the time and snacking, your body's in fat storing and muscle burning. So you want to be in muscle building and fat burning if you want to get lean and lose body mass. And so that's the secret, is to consistently be nourishing your body toward the less volume. And it's a very little bit numbing feeling when you're not eating as much, because your body devotes more energy into saving muscle than nerves. So your nervous system gets a little weaker. You don't have as good a sense of feel and stuff. So you are going to be a little numb. You're going to be a little bit achy. You know, for my body, I'm a little achy. You know, I feel like I'm getting a suntan on the inside out when I'm doing this. So these are just feelings that I go through. Everyone's different and how they train is different. So this is just about me. It's not necessarily how it would work for you. For other people, it could be similar, but it also depends on your body type. And, you know, like I said, I'm about 60% endomorph, and then I'm about, 20 some percent, 60, so about, 20% endomorph, 20% ectomorph, 20% mesomorph, which builds muscle easy. And we're going to show those parts of my body at the end of the video, and you'll get a chance to see how that stacks up, what it looks like for me, what I had to do to build each part and create the hormone complex in my body to have the stimulus and to get the physical response for my body to perform at these thresholds without taking any type of steroids or growth hormone and all these different drugs and stuff like that. Creatine, which I don't take any of that. Just very simple supplements, which we're going to show those towards the end of the video and give up all the details. The other one that satisfies your brain so you don't have nervous tension is called nutritional yeast, non-fortified, non-GMO. And it's like a powder. I mix it with water in a teaspoon. A couple of vitamins I took were the B vitamins from Dr. Berg and also some magnesium. Day 56. And man, does the last 2 pounds of water make such a difference. Unbelievable how much of a difference it makes. So I'll show you where we're at, what our weight is here. We are at exactly 159, plus I'm holding my phone. So really about 158. As I'm burning fat, I have a lot of toxins coming out. And so to cleanse that, you want to have vitamin C and lemon, and you get the best absorption for my body when I have the whole food. So I have all this fibery stuff. All that fiber goes in your gut and allows your body to uptake the vitamin C better. So I have 1 lemon and all this water, and this is gonna make me burn like crazy today. It's good. It takes the achiness out as your body burns through all those toxins. I can feel I get the keto flu, and then when I take this, it helps me burn all those things that I'm burning in my stomach and all these fat cells that are holding these chemicals. So we're going to keep on burning. Today's day 56. Today's day 64, and let's take a look where we're at. And now we'll get on the scale. You can go ahead and zoom in. So through the whole process, I've gotten a little bit of tension in my mind. I got self-conscious, and I just don't feel right not eating what I usually do. And we're going to talk about this over some coffee and some pastries, and we're going to get into some details. All right, here's my suit that I usually wear, that I wore to the Magic Castle in Hollywood. So there we go.
Turn around, let's see your butt. You can't even keep it on. You can't wear it today. It's gonna fall off.
Good. Hello everyone, my name is Eaton, and today we're gonna be eating right here at the Cafe Braise. Come with me. Ah, paradise. Look at how beautiful these pastries are. Lots of my favorite. Tiramisu is one of my favorite. Cheesecake, the chocolate brownie, and my all-time favorite is right here in the corner, the apple turnover. All right, I'd like to cite a couple of people that given me the inspiration to doing this fat burning that I've learned from. Jack LaLanne, he's my all-time favorite fitness guy. He is the guy they named Jumping Jacks after, and so I highly recommend you check out Jack LaLanne. We got Dr. Berg, he's my favorite YouTuber for keto. He's a keto expert that's helped about 60 million people lose about 100 pounds, and he's a YouTuber that's known all around the world and very impressive. Jackwish Biomedical, he invented the X3 bar, and that's a band training exercise routine with bands that allows you to get a huge overload, and that spikes your growth hormone. And when it comes to burning fat, everything comes down to one thing, and it's your hormones. And so people say, well, it's all what you eat, and it's actually not true. It's actually how you stimulate your body. And muscle training with weights is a stimulus, and band training is a stimulus. And walking slow, getting your metabolism to go is a stimulus. And the stimulus is number one. And Jack LaLanne, back in the old days, he goes, exercise is king and nutrition is queen, and together you have a kingdom. So number one is you have to stimulate the body. And you can put her here, it's good. Thank you, miss. And so we got some bread right away. We're gonna be back to being.
I have a French lemonade.
Okay.
Amplified Danish.
Yeah.
Just want to set these in the middle. That's
Thank you. Thank you.
Cheers. I hope you guys enjoy.
Thank you. So, the number one thing, is stimulating your body, and that puts you into fat burning. It's like unlocking a padlock, and now that sucker's open. Now you can punch right through that sucker. So Jack LaLanne once said, he goes, you'll notice some of these athletes, they're like human garbage disposal. And basically they can eat 6,800 calories a day, because if you're 6'3", 248 pounds, and you run 4 miles, you do 2 hours in the gym, you can eat 6,300 calories. So you got to realize this is like nothing. This is only going to be like 1,000 calories what I'm eating this morning. So it is true that number one is stimulating your body. And that's why Arnold had so much muscle, is he took growth hormone, and he took, well, I should say Dianabol. He took Dianabol, and that's what spikes your testosterone, which makes you burn more fat quicker. And now we're on to how I feel. I feel a little bit weaker. I'm not quite as strong. I do feel lighter on my feet, and I do feel better in some ways, but psychologically I hurt inside, and I had a lot of pain deep in my pelvis the first month, deep inside here in my hips. I had throbbing, and inside your hips you have the most blood vessels, I believe, and nerve endings. And so as I was melting fat, it felt like I was tingling from the inside out, like getting a suntan, and it was pretty uncomfortable there. And I would say the accumulative discomfort over that amount of time of that month was about the same as when that guy got his arm caught in the boulder. He was a climber, and he took his pocket knife, his Swiss Army knife, he did a tourniquet, and he cut his whole fucking arm off. And I would say the accumulative pain in the first 30 days, if you added it all up together, that pain was that much in my pelvis over that time. So it was an achiness, and it just persisted, and it just kept punching like this. Not hard, but if you keep punching your hand like this for 68 hours, there's gonna be all kinds of bruising and nerve damage. So I set out a goal, and I had anxiety because I set a goal to lose 32 pounds in 60 days, which I didn't do. I only lost 26 pounds. So now I feel a little bit like a loser. And so I think this is why a lot of the women that do all this beauty stuff, they set these goals to be skinny and stuff, and it hurts their psyche because you can only lose fat so quick, which I saw. I thought I could lose half a pound a day, and I couldn't. And so I hurt inside. Psychologically, I feel like a slacker. Like in Back to the Future, he goes, "Hey, don't be a slacker." That's what I feel like. So what I've learned is Jack LaLanne was right again. Every 30 days, you want to mix up your exercising program so you don't injure yourself. Same thing with your food. So if you do this and lose it, if I did it again and I lost half a pound for the first 30 days, which I did pace that, I lost 15 pounds. I should have actually taken 1 month off and changed the routine. Shouldn't have gained any muscle, gained any weight back, but I should have changed my eating and my exercise, and then came back and again another month later. And I think psychologically I'd be better off, and I would have held a little bit more muscle. I mean, I think I held 90% of it. I mean, I'm still pretty strong right now, but I hurt inside psychologically. And so that's the main things. So I want to thank King Salmon, wild caught King Salmon, for this fat burning thing. Without the omega-3 in that salmon and the ability to burn a lot of that fat easy for my body, I wouldn't have been able to burn that much fat that quick because it kept my hormones up, even though I was doing a little bit of burpees, one-legged burpees to spike my growth hormone, which Jack Weish Biomedical talks about using one leg, and the one leg actually stimulates your growth hormone more. And so I just want to show what I used to do. And this is going to lead into a video coming up, what I want you to see at the end. It's really funny, but this is how I used to butter my bread. I used to come here. I'm good, thank you, thank you. And the service is so good here. And this is bread, this butter is from Normandy. And I used to butter my baguette. And after I buttered it, and this made me so happy, so much fulfillment, is I do my French dips. So I go deep, 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 drip, 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 drip. And all that does is it allows that butter to mesh with the coffee. I've got a nice crunch. So I'm already feeling better. I got my food. I'll be here, Cafe Braised, Fort Apache, and Twain area. Highly recommend. I want you to check out me right here at 190 pounds. I also got to mention the apple turnover. This is my favorite pastry here. It's got about 78 layers of pastry. Delicious. Oh my God. Oh my God. I think I'm happy again. Oh my God. Well, I want you to check out this video right here. This is the 606-pound secret for me to be fat and happy and get to 606 pounds in 4 years. French food, this is very healthy here. It's non-GMO. So this will put a little weight on you, but if you want to really gain weight, this is the secret right here. Check it out. We'll see you back next time right here on Las Vegas Magic Friends.